What now, yeah?
Boom!
Hey, leave this shit here, bro. You gotta piss me off. Yeah. Welcome back to the Incognito. Hey, JD, say what it says to the camera. What's going on today?
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Great stuff. Welcome back to the Incognito podcast. I'm TT.
PH. JD. SS.
Come on, and we're here for another video. Man, them keep supporting. Ladies, keep watching as well.
Run up the views.
All that.
100%.
Share
Like,
love,
subscribe, everything.
Facts.
And RIP to the what's his name?
To the hero.
To the hero.
Hero famous.
What's his name?
With no coats. With no
I
coats.
think it's Fola.
Hey BBC, you man are dickheads, you know.
Yeah, you are mocking it to me.
What's the point of having the apostrophes in that? There's no point of having that.
Pan up. But condolences to his family. And yeah,
FolaJimi.
Yeah.
RIP man, RIP.
Yeah, man.
RIP, man.
My thoughts and prayers go to your family, man.
You don't get too many people like him nowadays, man.
Facts, bro.
Fully sacrificed his life to save another one's life.
100%. I was even thinking, like, if I was in that situation, what would I have done? Would I have jumped in the river as well?
Not
And
many people.
me being real, I probably wouldn't have jumped in. I probably would have called the specialist for that.
You just go home and munch a yam.
But he's
I'd have called the specialized people for that. I wouldn't have jumped in. I'm
He's
keeping it
built
real.
different.
So
He was a
yeah,
hero, he cared. He done his
facts.
thing.
You gotta rate the courage.
That's how you know he didn't think before doing it. He didn't think
That's
about it.
the instinct, isn't it?
Yeah.
Instinct, yeah. Like,
It was selfless.
that's
like,
his
he just jumped in.
personality, innit?
Takes a lot of courage, you know.
Facts.
Takes a lot of
I
courage.
wonder how the lady who got saved feels now, though. Can you imagine? Apparently she was drunk or something, no? Or
No,
was
she
trying
tried to
commit-
commit suicide.
Okay.
Bro, that's
Can you
just-
imagine?
Bro, so you're trying to take your own life.
And
In that
someone
process,
else's
someone
life
that. That's
gets
so.
taken because of yours.
All I'm saying is now with that lady you have a second chance. So
Yeah, make sure you use it, man.
Yeah, make sure you
Make
use
it
it,
count.
Yeah,
Make it
Live
count.
for him, like, yeah, in a way.
you
And
good.
That's
the thing,
mad, though. That's gonna make her want to commit suicide even more, fam. Can you
Not
imagine?
really. Someone died.
Crazy.
Bro,
Someone died.
I
in
mean,
the
she'll-
pursuit.
She's gonna feel guilty
blame
about the
herself, innit?
situation, yeah.
Let me explain it. Someone died in the pursuit of saving her life. So in a way, she could take that as her life's a
Bro,
bro.
But realistically, she's probably gonna take
Exactly.
it.
Surely,
Hopefully
surely
not.
you're not
Hopefully
gonna
not.
be happy that someone died because of you, fam.
Yeah, hopefully not. But
Like, see, even the police services, they stopped searching after 1 hour.
Yeah, why? Like
yeah, this is terrible, man. We need the same
Bro,
energy
why
again
not?
to merge.
Do you know how quick 1 hour goes?
It's like, imagine if I can. After how many years they still
We
search?
need that same energy, bro.
Bro.
Man.
They can spend how many years was it? 11 years.
11 years.
Bro,
on-
multiple years.
Bro,
They spent how many
keep the
millions?
same energy.
Even put the years aside. How much money did they spend?
Millions
on it?
upon millions,
Bro,
taxpayers' money.
millions, fam. You get me? And bro, the whole investigation was leadless. We never found her, fam. So when you compare the two cases, and
It's double standards.
bro, you
But
get
at the
me?
same time, life is equal, so there shouldn't be double standards.
And it's not the first time they did this, fam. The same thing happened for the other brother that died not too long ago. I
Yeah.
think it was last week.
Daniel's name?
I think it was
Yeah.
Daniel. I
RIP,
forgot his full
condolences
name.
to the family as
Yeah,
well.
rest in peace to him. But when his mom reported the disappearance to the
Police.
feds, their response was, if she can't find him, how can
How
she
we
expect them to find?
Nice.
Oh,
That's a
no,
job. That's
exactly.
a
That's
job.
the bro. And then they like to complain about why we get onto them on social media and whatnot. That's the reasons why we're unhappy with them, fam.
I'm actually questioning the police's
Intentions.
intention towards the minority, you know.
Trust me.
Because we were supposed to come to you. This will be question though. You actually vow to self-protect anyone. Doesn't matter if it's black, Asian, or white.
Right.
That's your oath. Understand? And you have to live by it. You have to go by it.
But
Now, if you're choosing to actually choose, so you prioritize one race over the others, then are you actually doing your job?
You're not.
clearly not.
You understand? Now, these are certain questions that you actually, so is this like, okay, so white race comes before any other race? At the end of the day, if I cut a white person, if I cut an Asian person, if I cut a
Both
black
bleed the
person,
same.
we all bleed the same color, red.
Deep it.
I think they need to do better in terms of how they employ people. You get me? Because how is it possible for so many races to be employed in the police
Crazy.
sector? From
I can't even lie. Like, I don't think it depends on the people you employ. It's more of what the system's built on, and the system's built on racism.
But they're part of the
Let's be
system.
real. They're coming into the system though. But I think the main issue is the foundation of the system, what is built on that systematic racism. That's the issue we need to tackle.
That might be the case, but bro, when you're employing someone, you need to do background checks.
Thorough checks.
Try to understand why they want to do that job, innit? How can, bro, the whole point of being a police officer or a fireman or whatever, a doctor, is because you want to help people, innit?
Serve and
Because you
protect.
care about people. So how can you like get situations where you call the police or whatever service you need and you fall on an individual who disrespects you and disregards you, like he doesn't even value your life or he doesn't care about the problem you have from, you get me? But they need to do better in terms of who
100%.
they bring in from.
But it's actually, you know, you're right, PH, but in some situations, right, you get someone be like, you know his background is good, but his mentality is just a racist cunt. You understand? So you can't know what he's thinking. You understand?
Yeah.
He might be like, you know what, I can do this, I can help out. But at the end of the day, if his mentality is fucked up, he's like, you know what, I'm a racist, I want to be a racist guy.
Yeah.
He can still be racist, you understand? Whether his background is good or not.
Facts. What you're saying, if they have hidden agendas.
You don't
It's
know.
hard. It's difficult to tell if that person is in the sector for the right intentions, isn't it? But you can still like make it more difficult for anyone to join.
That's their job. Like,
Yeah, like at the end of the day, it's
whenever people go to apply for jobs, that's what their social
Exactly.
media checked in.
That's
They
the
do the
whole
same
point
thing
of
for
it.
police officers, etc.
You need to scrutinize them.
Because apparently a lot of them are part of some like racist Facebook groups and shit.
We
They
feel
found
me.
out a couple years ago and shit.
All I'm saying right now over this series of events happening, a lot of minorities dying, and the first they don't give a fuck, like, you know, they don't care about someone's life, which don't make any sense. Now it kind of makes me really question what actually the police force is supposed to do with the minority. Are you actually protecting us, or you want us to die? You understand?
We'll take laws into our own hands.
that's the
That's
thing though.
Let us
'cause
know which way
Yeah,
we
but that's
want to
the, bro, if you take a law into our own hands, that's exactly what they will do. So now we give them a justification to kill us.
should be aggressive.
Yeah, so if you be aggressive,
That's true. You
They
can't
use
play
that-
to their trap.
yeah, they use that thing. You know what? Oh, we killed you because you know what? You're trying to attack us. So it was self-defense. You understand? But at the same time,
That's crazy, man.
you're trying to make us go to that road which we don't want to go. Because at the end of the day, you're not doing your job of actually protecting us. Even if in a bad situation, he seems to not to care. Because you know, because we're not white race. You understand? Yes, we're a minority, and that's why we need more protection from you, because we're actually minority. You understand?
I feel like that's what's sad though, because I'm sure there are some good police officers in it, but because of
They're overshadowed.
yeah, exactly, because of those that don't do their job properly, they're overshadowed, like TT just
You
said.
get paid by the same Russian.
Exactly.
What do you think as well, like, the media or social media tend to paint the negativity because that's what sells, that's what
Of course.
drives attention. So, in a way, there could be a lot of good police officers, but the media will never portray that because that's not what brings attention or emotion.
Surely. I'm sure there's like plenty
So-
of
But that's
beautiful
the
So
thing
what do
is,
you guys
there's no
think?
such thing. I don't think there's such thing as a good police officer. That's their job. It's not really. You can't. Are you gonna applaud the postman for sending posts? No, no, that's his job. That's a police officer's job. So why should they be applauded then?
Facts. That's why they're doing the job in the
Just
first
piling up,
place.
man.
You know what's really
Ridiculous.
You know what's really also annoying as well, right? All these things are happening, but people are actually more powerful. They can actually say something. They can actually make a change. Why are they not doing anything though?
Yeah, why are they scared?
Why
What's
you-
more important, the money or like
Like, who you talking
standing?
about?
So basically, like, you know what this called, like, minority dying. You know, like that police officer that said to that woman, to the woman, to the mother's boy, like, if you can't find your kid here, how come they didn't do anything to the feds?
Oh, to the hand.
Yeah, all
I
these
think
things.
it was them as a collective. They said it. I think it's the Metropolitan Police. I think.
Yeah, but
There
the
must
thing is,
still-
how come-
there
yeah.
must have been an individual
Who said it, yeah. How come
But
they
they probably
Yeah.
all agreed to it, innit? They probably had the meeting.
And that group of people, they should have been held responsible. How come they never got held responsible?
They need to get punished for
You understand? You can't be saying that thing. You understand? This woman,
I'm just saying. I think that's the thoughts of all of them. That's what they all think.
No, because what they said is when she made the call, obviously she was speaking to someone.
Oh, they said it on the phone. They said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she called them to report his loss, innit?
Okay.
And the person that answered is the one that said what they said.
There's like there's people who are actually powerful over there, right? Okay, I'm talking about the police commissioner. How come he didn't do anything? So is he condoning this type of behavior?
They're probably racist too.
You understand? That's what I'm saying. Like you're coming out there. This is what I'm saying. Like you guys are actually two-faced. You understand? I'm not attacking you. I'm just speaking facts based on the series of events that I'm saying. You understand? You're a police commissioner. You understand? You are actually responsible to make sure the safety of the people are okay. Right? You are responsible to make sure your police officers in the force that are going by rule, they're actually doing their job. Now, if you're allowing all this stuff happening and you're condoning this type of behaviors, I actually also, on our side, protecting us, or you just allowing us to be like, you know what, oh, you might say, you're actually racist. If you have to let us know, you're actually a racist guy, or are you the type of guy who's actually doing your job or not? Clearly, you have to actually think
that's the thing, though. They're not gonna like let people know that they're racist, innit? It's a chance for them to even. Like they can hide behind their badges, innit? They can hide their thoughts behind their badges. So when they have the chance to actually like pour out their rage on their minorities and people from countries or ethnicities that they don't like, they don't respect, then they can actually do whatever they want to do to them, and they know they're going to be protected by their job, innit? The government and whatnot.
More needs to be done, man.
Facts. I even think like there needs to be repercussions
100%.
for the people. For example, she calling the station and telling her if you can't find him, how we gonna? There needs to be repercussions for this, because there's no repercussions. They're gonna keep doing it because they're getting a bypass. So yeah, that needs to be added on.
They're starting though. Derrick Chauvin.
That's it.
Yeah, man. He finally got convicted.
Yeah,
for
but
the thing is though, how many people have to die to see a change?
I don't think that should be celebrated, innit?
How many people have to die to see a change happening, man?
The only reason he was convicted is because
we don't play.
if he wasn't, there would have been even more riots, innit?
Yeah.
So they're just doing that as a way, like,
That's
to not
true.
lose money, innit? And the thing is,
It's crazy.
another reason why that shouldn't be celebrated is because he hasn't been served justice. He can't come back to life, innit? He's already dead.
Yeah, the life.
And what have they done? Like, have they changed any rules? No. Have they introduced any laws? They haven't. So stuff is still the same.
Facts.
Since he got convicted, I think there've been 6 killings of police officers on black individuals since his conviction.
So has it changed?
Including the recent one, the
Like
15-year-old girl.
15-year-old girl.
That's my point exactly. How many people have to die
for justice?
This is how I'm getting confused. How many minorities have to die? And this is not only on black. Even Asians now is happening. Asians everywhere. How many minorities do have to die to see a change?
They need to introduce some law. Like, you can't. If you end up shooting an unarmed civilian, there needs to be major repercussions.
Unless those repercussions are there, people are gonna keep doing what they want.
There needs to be deterrent. There needs to be something.
Well, yeah, guys,
100%, fam. But talking about the 15-year-old girl, apparently it was her fault though that she got shot. Apparently she was trying to stab someone.
I saw the story as well. Apparently she was part of a foster family, something like that. I don't know if this is 100% true, but that's what I read. Apparently she was like part of a foster family or something.
So what do you mean?
She didn't want to do some chores or something. Like, she had to do some chores and she didn't want to do it, so she got a knife
she went all mad.
Started moving crazy.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
They have tasers though. Could you just tase
exactly? Why did they don't even?
No, but he was about to stop her. She was about to stop the other.
None of the police or the.
No. The girl was about
to
stop.
Shoot her in the leg, innit?
I know, but can you imagine? Like, you need to think quick.
He wanted to shoot her. He wanted to kill her. He shot her 5 times in the chest. Not once, 5.
Yeah, that is no justification to shoot someone.
5 times in the chest.
5 times, come on, man.
That's crazy.
That was not a misfire. That was
That was a misfire.
That was strategic.
He thought he went in.
Bro, it's like even there was another thing. Was it that the woman who accidentally shot the guy? She thought it was a taser.
That was
that female police officer.
She's been
that's the lamest and the dumbest excuse I've ever seen.
She's been working for the police for over 28 years.
The Chinese are old for women. Exactly. Being young to.
Bro, are you mad? How can you be working in the field for so long and not tell the difference between a gun and a taser? And the colours are completely different as well.
Just say you wanted to kill him. Do you want
But yeah, man, like I was saying, like it's crazy for an officer to not be able to tell the difference between two weapons, bro. Apparently, one way is obviously the gun
off that, bro. He's trained.
The gun, exactly. So
he knows what he's doing, or she knows what she's
20 years experience?
Exactly, bro.
She just destroyed someone's life. He was 20.
Even a 15-year-old can be able to tell the difference between a taser and a gun. You tell me you can't tell the difference. Someone's been in the force for how many years? Over 10 years. 10 years of experience in the bag. 20 years of experience in the bag. You went to the police academy force, wherever that training, and you tell me you didn't know I'll cherish for my gun. Nah, come on. You're smart. Let's
cameraman.
Don't take us for
like drop it like a little 2 cents as well. What's your take on the whole situation?
Man,
What's your say?
it's just kind of fucked up. Like
For real.
how people be behaving, especially these police officers. They're trained to like behave in a certain way. They're trained to have a certain mindset to protect the people, and yet like their inner intentions are obviously like shilling when it comes to like protecting minorities.
It's nonsense.
It's so mad. I don't think it's ever gonna stop, to be honest. No matter how much we complain, because we've complained for so many years.
Nah, man, you can't give up hope. I feel like that's what
I'm not giving up hope. I'm just being realistic, because this has happened since the 1900s, even way back, bro.
I went from slavery to
Exactly.
this.
It's a cycle, fam. It just keeps coming back in different forms.
Why do we have to keep on? This is what I'm getting vexed sometimes. Why do we have to keep on fighting? Like why? Why do we have to? Like, so are you telling me the purpose? Because I'm being honest with you, I love being black. I love it. I love being black. But why do I have to keep justifying myself? Like, oh, me being black, I should do this. Why do I have to, every time when I walk down the streets, if I see a fed, I should be scared? Why would I have to live my life that way? Alright, cool. Let's say I'll be fine. You understand? I can't guarantee that my daughter or my son or my future grandchildren will live the same way. Why do I have to feel scared every time? For the people that they are saying their motto is that, oh, I want the police force motto, I think, or their slogan. You want you to feel safe. I can't be safe with the police officers.
Imagine all these people who died. All these parents are thinking they're gonna come back home that night, innit?
Exactly. Every time when I get back home, my mom has to be like, thank God my son is back. Why does my mom have to live that way? Do you understand? Why do our parents have to live in a way? Oh, I'm hoping my son is somewhere safe right now. Why? We're supposed to live in a world, in a country where we feel safe and protected. But we don't feel that way because we're a minority.
Facts.
Just like, we never feel that way. And that's the reason why I get mad, because at the end of the day, whether you're black, Asian, or any other background or white race, it's all equal, exactly. All equal. We can't be fighting as my brother says, and my brothers also say, we can't be fighting since slavery. We'll be fighting for slavery. We'll be fighting like MLK, Malcolm X, all these greats that be fighting for us. And right now, we're trying to do us the same thing again. Why do we have to keep fighting? There's no point of us actually fighting, because at the end of the day, we want to feel safe. I want to walk down the streets and be like a white person and be like, you know what? When I walk down the streets, it's fine. I don't be walking around every time when a person look at me, he thinks like I'm carrying drugs or I'm holding a knife. Do you understand? I don't want to feel that way. Every time when he looks at me and I have eye contact with him, he just walks up and let me see if you're carrying drugs. No, I don't. Because not every person is like that. We don't want to feel that way. It's simple. And you police officers, your job is to protect, serve and protect. Right now, you're not even serving, and at the same time, you're not even protecting us. We don't feel that protection that we deserve. You understand? I can't be walking down the street to get scared every time I see you, man. I can't be every time when I get lost, and my mom or my parents call you, and you man pick up, be like, oh, if you can't find them, that means that how much city you can't find them. It's your fucking job to find me, whether I'm lost or not. Right. You get paid to do that job.
Facts.
What do you lot think are viable solutions to like solve this?
Yeah,
how do you think it can be solved?
I think personally, like, apart from these people being trained of how to use weapons and stuff, they also need to be trained how to see everyone the same, like, as humans.
The thing is,
humans first.
You think they can be trained to? I think a racist.
Racist
will always be like
as long as systematic racism is here, as long as systematic racism is still there, nothing will ever change.
That's the thing. That's why you have to put in place certain laws that punish that those actions, innit?
Even a lot of these, you see shit on the internet where parents are being racist in front of their children. Like, they're being conditioned from so young.
Exactly.
So how do you think they're gonna grow up?
That's what I'm saying. The only way to resolve this is by actually putting laws in place so that whoever like goes against those laws gets punished for it. Because when that's the case, even though you have like a racist feeling of hate for anyone, you're gonna be like reluctant to do it. Exactly. You're not gonna actually act on your feelings because you know there's gonna be consequences, isn't it? But then if you know that you can do it and you've got the whole government backing you, of course you're going to feel confident doing what you do.
There's literally no punishment. How many police shootings that these people have committed, how many have actually been convicted?
Yeah, facts.
Bro, hardly any. I don't know the figures, but definitely.
Bro, even stories we don't even know about, bro. Can you imagine? Because most of the stories we know about is because someone backed out their phones.
Literally, the only reason.
Can you imagine?
Imagine people in America right now experiencing it on a day-to-day, they're seeing their cousins and stuff. That's crazy.
Even the Derrick, what's his name?
Derrick Chauvin.
I don't even care what his name is, bro. He's
the only reason he got convicted because that young girl video recorded it. If they didn't, bro,
that would have been
another statistic without no repercussions, you know what I mean?
100%. I feel like there's so many police officers in America that get away with this because they know they're not there, it's not recorded. Hella police officers are getting away with it. And we don't even know, maybe in the UK it might be happening as well. Maybe no.
But UK
they don't carry guns in it.
It's not as bad as America.
Yeah, but
I can't even try and say before you.
I feel at least they don't carry guns, you know.
Yeah.
At least they don't carry guns because you don't know what could happen if they're actually allowed to carry guns.
Even when I see videos on social media from America, the police are just so aggressive. You know, like from the jump, for traffic stops, anything.
100%.
You can see the hate they have in their heart. It's
They're
so
not professional.
blatant.
It's so, bro, you can tell it's so biased.
They want to shoot you.
It's got nothing to do with their profession or you doing something wrong. They just want
They just hate black people.
Exactly.
Literally, that's what it is.
There was another video that came out recently of a soldier, the black soldier family was in his whip.
Is it the army sergeant?
Yeah, I forgot his name or whatever, but some police pulled him over.
He was already reaching for the weapon.
Bro, he was already reaching for his weapon and he was not trying to give my man any explanation for why he was getting stopped.
You know what's funny about that, right? The same police officer, the same army guy who actually goes to protect the country that you live in, the same police officer lives in, he goes there to fight wars to protect you, and he comes back and trying to give you the same treatment. Give you that treatment. Like, I don't know what people think nowadays.
What message does that send, fam? You get me? Like, them doing that is only gonna cause more division, fam. Because obviously we're not gonna want to make peace with them. Because we're gonna be angry about the situation, and obviously them man are still gonna keep doing what they're doing, innit? So it's gonna literally be a cycle.
Well, no, back to what S was saying about solutions. I feel like there has to be repercussions in place for sure. For example, like I forgot I was watching the other day. It was about football, innit? It was like how Millwall are hella racist, and like obviously shout out to Raheem Sterling for standing up against racism and stuff. He gave an example. It was like, imagine if all the black footballers on the team walked off the pitch. Are you telling me Sky Sports will not put measures in place to
100%?
Exactly, bro.
So I feel like sorry to cut you off.
No.
Even he saw the latest thing with the Super League. As soon as that got as soon as there were rumours about it, when pockets were being hurt, they did everything they could. So they did everything, but when it's racial thing,
and I think it's because there's not enough public figures that are standing up. Maybe it's because it's affecting individual pockets, but there are not enough people standing up for racism, and that's why it's not affecting their pockets. So they turn a blind eye. So we need more energy from all these public figures. What's more important, your individual pocket or standing for side?
What's that footballer's name?
Just stand up.
Was he Bamford?
Which one?
Is it Bamford that said?
Bamford.
He said he questions like, okay, you know how Super League, like every man, it was a hell of man were onto it, understand? And he questions like, okay, how come everyone's onto it, but when racism happened, it was different.
Exactly.
It's like
it's mad.
So you can see clearly, like if you affect someone's pocket, it's a big deal.
100%.
But if you accept black people,
It's money
it
plays.
should be okay.
Especially the part of solidarity
Right.
fam. Like when the masses actually realize there's something wrong and
That's
start
what we
complaining,
need. Yeah.
they can't do anything fam.
I
Because
think, but it starts from the top though. Because the only reason hella man will complain about the Super League is because the people at the top were complaining as well. The big broadcasters like BT Sports, Sky, the Premier League, the FA, UEFA. Then that trickled down, innit? So
Yeah.
if they did the same thing about racism and they're actually serious,
they
can be
could
like-
end it quickly as well
Exactly.
fam.
That's what
But-
I'm saying.
but-
It's even sorry, Titi, my bad. That's what I'm saying with the police force.
Mm.
We are complaining right now. You understand?
mm,
Us man too are complaining. But then man can choose. You know, sometimes be like, oh, when I hear from one ear, it comes out the other ear. Yeah. So you be like, you know, let them complain. Because at the end of the day, it's just some you know, because fire, you know, the fire, it gets hot sometimes, but at the end of the day, it dies out.
yeah.
So that's what they're thinking. They're like, no, they complain right now, but
Yeah,
over
it'll die out
time,
soon.
it will die out soon. But we'll see what they do. So they know at the end of the day, they just keep it quiet, be like, oh yeah, we understand. They play that, you know, oh yeah, we understand you're coming
They act
from.
like they're doing something.
Yeah, they do something, but they're not. Because they're not doing it.
100%. This is even a subtopic. Like what S said. Like there are not enough people at the top coming with this energy of challenging racism. So that plays into another like subtopic of: is there enough black representation in these areas to facilitate the change? Anyways,
But I think it shouldn't just be a black issue.
No,
Racism, like,
Yeah, 100.
everyone should be on it, you know what I mean?
That is
Like,
so
even
true,
like
but-
social media companies, for example, say on Instagram, if I posted a music video, for
Yeah.
example, on Instagram, a little 20-second clip, it'll get taken down like this because of copyright. I find the same thing happen for racist comments and shit.
Facts.
It's so, I'm telling you, so easy for them to implement it, but they just don't want to.
Exactly.
we need to hold these big Fortune 500 companies.
It's because they're just money.
Check.
It's all money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
Check.
it's right. If you're them responsible for, they got money, they can get away with anything.
Facts.
You understand?
But yeah, man, just do better. You guys as well, let us know your views in the comments.
100.
Also, let's not just complain. Also, any positive actions or
Just
stuff
share and act on it, man.
Yeah, facts. Any positive suggestions you have, yeah, we want to see that in the comment section.
It's
Like,
all
comment,
good.
subscribe.
Trust me, man. It's all good talking, complaining and stuff, but if you want something to change, we actually need to step
Facts.
up and
Action.
act.
Correct.
You know, act on our thoughts.
And a lot of action, a lot of patience, a lot of consistency
Yeah,
and
man.
perseverance. And one day we'll get there, man. Don't lose hope. Let's get it.